I want to hear about your daily practices and what do you do to work and feel completely optimized?
Yeah, so important. For me, I really like to keep things simple. Like I don't like to do a ton of things. We're all busy and we, would like to take more time than we probably can for our health and our daily things, but sometimes it's just not realistic.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like to keep it really simple. And there's an incredible doctor who I am so inspired by and love, and his name is Dr. Zach Bush. I don't know if you're familiar with
I'm
him.
not. I'll write it down though.
Follow him on Instagram. Like he's incredible. But I was listening to a podcast that he was a guest on where he talked about. He said it so beautifully. He said, "All we are as human beings, like as life forms, are soil, water, and air." Animated by a biophotonic light source, which is the sun. He's like, that is the best description of human life that I have been able to come up with after X amount of years in practice. And it just really resonated with me and it struck me and I thought it was so beautiful. And so my daily practices really have become sort of just about nurturing those four things. So like soil, what we put into our bodies, like for me, it's really important. I go to the farmer's market every week and I'm really conscious about what I'm putting into my body.
Yeah.
And so, it's not like, it's not crazy thing. I'm not cooking like these gourmet meals, but I'm really like connected to my food source. I only, try and eat whole like foods.
Yeah.
So for me, like thinking about what I put into my body every day, and that includes herbs, that includes teas that I make bone broth, I do all of the healthy things, but to me it doesn't feel like, it feels very manageable because I'm just like, all right, what is this thing that I'm preparing and is it beneficial to my soil in my body?
Yeah.
And then, water, obviously, like drinking filtered water and getting enough of it. And air, going for walks every day. I go for walks every day, try and get out and breathe the fresh air. In LA, we don't have the best air.
Yeah.
Like getting out into some nature when I can and breathing, like even just like sitting next to a tree, and feeling like that. And then the sun, just like, again, getting into the sun, and I can do that, on my walks, I can tackle two of those things. So yeah, for me, I try to keep it simple. I definitely, experiment a lot with herbs and teas and stuff like that, but that's just because I'm super into it. And
I would love to talk more about the herbs that if you use any daily, what those are, and then kind of getting into just let's start with that question and then I'll ask the next one.
Yeah, totally. So for me, it like changes based on how I'm feeling. I really have been trying to like check in with my body and it's not always easy to be like, all right, body, what do you want? It's like, oh, I want nettle tea today. But it's kind of like starting that conversation. So it changes and it fluctuates based on how I feel and, what I'm craving. But I've really been I do nettle with hibiscus and horsetail. That's sort of been my go-to.
I haven't heard of horsetail. What is it? What is it good for?
Really, it's really high in silica, which is good for hair health.
Okay.
And a bunch of other, it's an important mineral that's important for a lot of other biological processes. But yeah, for me, I just started playing around with that one. But yeah, so it's sort of like, that one is kind of like my go-to. I call it like my beauty tonic.
Oh yeah.
It's like nettles and horsetail are really good for hair health. And then hibiscus is high in antioxidants, so it's good, for skin and all that. And it tastes really good. So
yeah, that's cool.